Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I have brought for you one new question. But the difficulty this time we have taken is a medium level according to the HackerRank. But this question is really easy. So let's start the question without wasting the time. This is the problem statement. So I will just read the question and I will go on solving the question. But this time we have something new for you. See, in HackerRank we just write the code, but this time they have given the code which is a default code and you can't erase that. That is, you can't delete this code. So you have to make the code which runs according to these lines which are already printed. So here they have taken one input and they have print the output. So how to do this? We will go and start. So here we have written that we add a leap day on February 2019, 29 almost every 4 years. The leap day is an extra or intercalary day and we add it to the shortest month of the year, that is February. In the Georgian calendar, three criteria must be taken into account to identify leap years. Okay, so by reading this much, we can identify that we just have to find whether it would be a leap year or not. But for that, they have given the three conditions which it must satisfy in order to be a leap year. First condition is the year can be evenly divided by 4 is a leap year. Okay, so year that can be evenly divided by 4 is a leap year unless the year can be evenly divided by 100, it is not a leap year. Unless the year is also evenly divisible by 400, that is a leap year. Then it is a leap year. Okay, so they have given three conditions, but these three conditions will be converted to the two conditions. So let's check how. The years can be evenly divided by 4 is a leap year when, unless the year can be evenly divided by 100, it is not a leap year. Okay, so if the number is divided by 4 as well as by 100, then it is not a leap year. So our condition will be it is evenly divided by 4 but not divided by 100, then it is a leap year. This will be our first condition. The second condition will be if it is divisible by 100, it must be divisible by 400, then it is a leap year. So you understood there will be two if conditions. Two, if either of them is satisfying, it will be a leap year. This means that in Georgian calendar, the year 2000 and 2400 are leap years, while 1800, 1900, 2100 and others are not a leap year. So what is our task? Our task is you are given the year and you have to write a function to check if the year is leap year or not. So we have to write a code in which it will find itself that whether it is a leap year or not. Okay, so they have given one note that you have to complete the function and remaining code is given as a template. So as I told you that these two lines are given as a template. So we can't delete this line. So we have to consider this line and we have to write accordingly. Okay. Input format read the y, the year that needs to be checked. Constraints will be 1900 less than equal to y less than 10 raised to 5. Okay, so they have given specifically constraints, but this time we have to take care about the constraint that if the value of y is less than 1900, then we have to return the false because our constraint is 1900 to 10 raised to 5 and the output is taken care out of by the template. Your function must return a boolean value that is either a true or a false. We have been given a sample input that is 1990 and the sample output is false. That is 1990 is not a multiple of 4, hence it is not a leap year. It's not a multiple of 4, so there is no option of checking whether it's a leap year or not. It's obviously going to be not a leap year. So now let's start. Okay, so first of all, what this line will do, this line, that is year is equals to integer input, will take the input from the user. Print is underscore leap year. This means that is underscore leap is an you can say function, and year is passed as a variable. So when this will be called, this function is leap will be called, and the variable year will be stored in y. So our next function is to complete this function. We will have to return something from this function. So let's start our writing work, and we will be solving it in very less time. So first condition will be to check that if it is satisfying the constraints or not. So if 1900, I guess 1900 only, yeah, 1900 less than equal to y, less than equal to y, less than equal to 10 raised to 5. So 10 raised to 5 means 2 asterisk 5. If this condition is satisfied, we will go inside, and now we will check two conditions, that is if first condition y modulo 4 equal to 0. That means that if y is divisible with 4 and the remainder is 0, and the second condition that if it is divisible by 4, it must not be divisible by 100. So here we will be checking the another condition, and y modulo 100 not equal to 0. So we have put this round bracket because in if condition we will be checking two conditions. One condition will be if y modulo 4, sorry, y modulo 4 is equals to 0 and y modulo 100 not equal to 0. And one more condition, if y modulo 100 equal to 0 and y modulo 400 is also equal to 0. That means if y is divisible with 100, it must be divisible by 400 also. Then and only then it is a leap year, and in this case y modulo 4, that is if the number is divisible by 4, then it must not be divisible by 100. If these two conditions are satisfied, then return. Here the return value will not print, it will just return in this value, the is leap year, this line, and it will print with this function print. So here we just have to return and not to print. We will return true. If this condition is not true, then we will return false, and we will go out, and if the constraint is also not satisfied, then we will again return false. So I think our code is ready to perform the and output. So you can see it's getting processed. Yeah, so our sample test case has passed successfully. So we will submit the code, and yes, it has already passed all the test cases. So I hope you liked my video, and please do like, share and subscribe.